Okay, guys, welcome to our really special Gigi and Team Love combined training. We are obviously all taking over the world together, so I figure we may as well kind of help each other. So Kat and I are going to talk to you guys a little bit tonight about some of the really important things in our business, and some things we think that everyone really needs to focus on. So I don't know about you guys, but I've got this conference coming up in like less than 30 days. And I don't know about Team Love, but the GGs are definitely hustling their butts off to make sure that as many of us are walking the stage, are getting recognized, getting the cool little treats that certain levels and certain people will get. So tell me, what is Team Love doing to kind of amp up the hype for conference? Talk to me, Kat.
Oh, you've already spotlighted me. You're awesome. Oh, we're so excited. I think because I am so excited, like literally pee my pants excited. Because a lot of the team, this will be their first conference. So I'm super pumped because it's so hard to try and explain the beauty of a conference to somebody who's never been. Because you think conference, you think of like boring lecture, kind of like fuck, it's for work, like who really wants to go? But this is like rock star, like it's like a rock show versus like PD on steroids, and then there's like the gala afterwards, which is awesome. So no, we're really excited. We've been pumping it up. I know there's still so many on here though that are yet to get their tickets, so go and do it.
Oh my gosh, stop it, guys.
I know. I saw the list and I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty impressed, but I know there's still at least 30 who have said that they're coming, that I can't see their names, so get to it. Yeah. But yeah, no, I was super pumped. So I really wanted to chat tonight because how awesome is it, Girl Gang taking over the world, of just making sure that we smash those goals so that when you get there, I know it seems really silly, like it's really materialistic, right?
Oh, look at your belly.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh.
But you get one of these little babies and you get to actually put your little flavors on there of what you come. So this was my first conference as an NMD. I was 12 Club. So what are you going to have on yours? Like, let's make sure they look pretty damn fancy by the time we get there next month.
Totally. And I love what you just said about like the girl power thing, about like, the thing that I love most about this industry and what we do here is we actually get to create more high-earning females than any other industry in the world. So like for me, I turn up to something like conference, and I know that in the gang, we've kind of stolen another team's idea of we're posting NMD speeches every day up until conference. But it's like you see females who become 6- and 7-figure earners, whereas usually to do that in traditional business, they would have to slog their asses out. They'd be working really hard to make someone else rich. They'd have to give up seeing their kids, being with their kids. They'd have to give up so much to be in a position that this industry that Juice Plus can get us into. It is so inspiring. I'm like, it's just one of those moments where you kind of look at what we do and you realize how lucky we are. But more than anything, yeah, it's totally fun. I actually was at a seminar all weekend, and it was like you sat on your butt and you listened, and I got so much value from it. But I was like, damn, our conference is so good. Like, you see people you love, you hug, you dance, it's exciting, everyone's so pumped up. But most of all, for me, it's the stuff that happens in between the sessions. So the sessions themselves are really fun, but it's the stuff that happens in between, like Lauren Slocum's just cruising around, chatting to everyone, like giving her, nuggets of wisdom. You see the people that you always see on training, and the funny thing is everyone's actually really nice. I remember I used to be like, oh my God, Linda, she's so scary. And like, oh my God, I remember my first conference meeting her, and she's like, oh, hey, come sit with me, come talk to me. And I'm like, oh my God, you're like the queen bee of Juice Plus. Like, don't. But do, like, touch me like a little bit. So I get some of that. But it was so cool. So guys, if you haven't, like, from either of our teams, if you haven't got your ticket, do it now. I don't know what you're waiting for, but trust me, like, we have so little investments in our business. It's 43 cents a day to own a Juice Plus franchise. Like, just to put that into perspective for a second, And if you want to buy product, you totally can. That to me is not a business expense. That to me is an investment in my health. So that does not count. Conference is the only thing that I say to people, like, this is something you got to do. So guys, like, let's get it done. But Kat and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, getting to the next level. So turning up to conference as one up from what you are now. So I know for us personally, we've got a big focus on qualifying because we're going for a big goal this month. And the cool thing about those big goals, and I'm sure you guys all know this, is that when your team is going for a goal, like I know when Kat got 50 Club, it wasn't about Kat getting 50 Club. It was Team Love became a 50 Club team. You were suddenly a part of a team that had that little lanyard kind of attached to its name. Like, yeah, I'm part of Team Love. Yeah, it's a 50 Club team. Like, that is so incredible, and it really raises you guys up. And I know that in our business last year, after conference, because we had a big year, we did 24 Club, we got Team of the Year, all of this cool stuff. The month following that was our biggest month we had ever had. I actually think we've only just topped that month. And I 100% believe because of the momentum that conference caused, people being able to say, oh my God, our team got recognized, seeing all the pictures of, like, you know, the girls on stage getting rewarded for SC, SSC, all of those things. It's like, there was so much like, oh my gosh, there's big things happening there, that it really made a big deal. And for not just Team Love, but all the mini teams underneath, what you can do in especially the next 9-10 days, I don't know how many days in May, 9-10 days in May, like if you're an SDVF, you can get to SC. People have done crazier things. If you're not qualified yet and you've still got like 1,200 points to go, there is no reason why you couldn't get it done. But what it does is it's not about just you anymore. It's about what that does for the entire team. It's about what it does for the community. It's about what you guys get to create, the buzz, the energy, and the magic that comes with conference. And I promise you, I remember my first conference, I was an SDVF, and I remember I was like this close to being SC, and I remember looking at those freaking lanyards and being like, I want to be SC. Like, I was like, oh shit, I only got to SDVF, and I was like so close, and I didn't hustle. I saw people walking around with SC, and I was like, I was like, that's going to be me next year. And then when you kind of do those things, you see that you can actually take it to the next level. But Kat, I mean, for you, what kind of amazing tips do you kind of give to your team around getting to the next level? Like for those that have 10 days left to get a promotion done or get qualified, what is like the action you would say is best for them to do?
Oh, look, belief is one of the biggest things that I can push. So many people get to this end of the month and they think, oh, you know, it's too far gone, or I should have spent the last 3 weeks hustling, you know, and they kind of push off their goals till the next week. But, you know, if you look at my reports and you look and my history of working with team throughout the years, this last week is when the shit gets done. Like this last week is when I've seen people literally, just like you said, and create magic, and not even just magic, like literally stuff that even I didn't think was possible. So I honestly think that belief is the biggest thing. You guys need to be able to go, hell yes, I'm worth this. It's happening. And, you know, I really love that because it seems so silly. It seems like such a silly little thing. It's this tiny little status on a lanyard, but it really does make a difference because you want to get there and you want to feel damn proud of who you're turning up as, because it's not just a reflection of you, it's a reflection of the people you've helped, of the people inside your team, of your customers, of all those people that told you that this wouldn't work. You know, it's really, it's a big middle finger to all of the non-believers, and it makes you feel so damn good turning up. So having belief is the biggest thing, because I think if you really believe that anything can happen, oh, Lauren, you would have to, I have this beautiful woman in my team that literally creates the most insane shit in the last end of month. And of course she has just messaged, but it's literally the golden time because diamonds are created under pressure, right? I think we all know that you need that little bit of a push, and there's nothing like end of month before a conference to really put that pressure on. So just get into the action. We all know the high paying activities. I mean, they're not hard. We get paid to love on people. We get paid to be kind and put as much good energy out there as possible. But, you know, we just have to do it, and we have to believe that it's possible. That's probably my biggest tip, because I think when I have coaching calls with people and they're like, oh, no, won't worry about it, I'll do it next month, I know they're not going to achieve it because they already doubt themselves. Whereas when I have a coaching call with somebody, it's like, no, it's done. It's done. Like, I have no qualms whatsoever, regardless of how big their gaps can be, because I've seen them do absolute epic shit. What would be yours, Ange?
Oh my God. Look, for me, I think exactly what you said. It's just being in action. It is literally just going like, okay, I'm going to get this done, and treating it like a business again. Like, I don't know about you in Team Love, but what I see sometimes is people kind of come in and they go, okay, I'm going to do a post on social media and everyone's going to flood my inbox and it's going to be absolutely epic and it's going to be amazing. But it's like Kat said, we actually get paid to love on people and to talk to people. You can't sit behind your computer or your phone and just hope that things will happen. I was actually reading this really cool article today in Elle magazine about the culture cure for the word hustle. And it was saying, you know, how so many people are thinking that they're hustling, but when you actually look into it, they're not hustling. They're using the I don't want to hustle as an excuse to kind of stay out of action. And when you want to think about like the things that happen when you really hustle, it's like not being able to sleep because you can't stop thinking about it, you know, missing out on social events because you're like, no, I've got to do my work. Like, I got to get this done. Like, that's real hustle. Like, I'm going to get this to happen. Like, you're living and breathing it. But the cool thing about it is it's these short sprints that happen. It's not like this is how we run our business all the time. And like, for those in the gratitude gang, they know the last 6 months for me, and Kat knows, the last 6 months for me have been like almost hell. I've, you know, separated from my husband. I've now got a heart condition coming back up. I've had so much stuff happening, but I've been able to lean into my business and really get into action and massive momentum. But I'm also able to kind of pull back when I need to, and I'm able to take the time that I want to when I need to. And that's the thing about this, is those short bursts, those sprints that you get to do, they pay you in the long run. So you don't have to think to yourself, okay, it's always going to be like this. You know, that time before conference where I was calling everyone I knew, like I literally, it's actually quite funny, I have a list right here of all the people that I'm going to get to put customer orders in so that we get our goals achieved. I have a list, and there's some pretty big people on here. I've even put down that I'm going to call up Cohen Ray. If any of you know him, I was at his seminar on the weekend. I don't know him well enough to be like, you're ordering product, but I know he used to take Juice Plus, and I'm like, I will call up Cohen Ray, who makes $120 million a year, who has 36 billion views in total on his like crap on social media. I'm actually going to call up his office and ask them to buy Juice Plus. If that's the difference between one of my team members qualifying or not, if it's one order, I'm going to do that. Do I do that every month? Hell no. I would never even call up. Like, I've got best friends who have never gotten the product. I would only call them and be like, hey, look, I know that your health is suffering here, here, and here. And look, I don't really approach a lot of people about getting on the products because I like to kind of let it happen organically. But this is hustle time. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that our team gets what our team deserves, which is to have a massive month of momentum. And then when we need to relax and chill out and get out of hustle state, that's when you kind of relax and you stabilize again and you get to that point where it's like, okay, I can breathe. But this end of month magic, last month we did SDVS. Sorry, I'm totally bliming here, but I'm just going to go on for a few more seconds. We did SDVS last month. We were like totally focused on SDVS. And we literally at the end of the month, I did not get off reports. I did not stop looking at numbers. I was on the phone to Adam pretty much every 5 minutes for the end of the month. And it was fun. And Adam even said to me at one point, this guy who's been in the business for 5 years, he goes, I haven't done end of month hustle like that for he goes, at least a year. He goes, that feels so good. when you're winning, when you're having these little mini achievements and you're going, you know what, there are people that don't think that they can do something, and then they just get something done, and their belief in themselves goes up a level. And so if you're supporting someone in that way as well, this is where the magic happens. When you see someone do something that days, weeks, or months before they had said, I can't do that. You know, if someone's like, feels like they're forever off qualifying. I have people who say, oh my God, I'm 900 points off qualifying. Like, I'm so far from qualifying. I'm like, that's not far. Like, I've had people go from like 100 to being qualified in 10 days. That's not far, but it's that magic of they don't believe in themselves, and then they do that thing, and you get to facilitate that. You get to be a part of that happening. That shit just shifts for you. I'm sorry for swearing, but shit really does shift for you when you see people stepping into their power and putting their bullshit excuses to the side. All of a sudden, where they figured they were playing at, you know, that line that they knew they were at, they go up just a little bit. Every single win gets them up until you get to the point where outside of the business, people are making life choices that makes their life better, not just here, but everywhere in life, because that belief they have in what they can do shifts just that little bit every time you do it. And the beauty of our business is we help and facilitate that. So I'm going to stop blabbing for a second. Kat, what do you have to say on that?
No, I love it. Keep blabbing. It's awesome. But no, I totally agree with that. And I really love that you touched on the fact that life has happened in the last 6 months. Like, how many of us have to go through life, right? It's pretty much a non-negotiable. So the reason why I love this business is because, yes, you talk about those little sprints. Like, those little sprints are amazing because they can pay you for years. Like, you hustle hard. And I mean, end of month is fun. I love that. I had a couple of ladies going for their first time qualifying last month. And that's so funny because if you're 900 points, I see you as done. Like, we're doing that. It's finished. I'm talking like, you know, we've seen some pretty crazy stuff happen. So, you know, and one of them actually came back to me and said, I was expecting this end of month to be awful, but I'm actually really addicted. Like, give me end of month. And honestly, that is why our reports go so nuts at end of month, because we're all there supporting, cheering each other on and that kind of stuff. So don't be overwhelmed by end of month. Get really excited by end of month, okay? Because you're going to have some really cool people in your corner and you'll get to taste the magic. But I love like what you shared there, touching on the fact that you've gone through crap in the last 6 months. And so have I. My team have known that I've been very sporadic in the business because I've been so sick with this pregnancy. So the beauty of what we're trying to get you to do, yes, you get recognized at conference, okay? Yes, that's cool. But the long-term vision of what we're talking about with this vehicle is literally creating residual income. So, and I mean, both of us, realistically, where you look at when we're in the business, we're just babies. We're only, you know, like I'm only 3 years in, Angie's only 2 years in. So we've still got a lifetime ahead of us to build in Juice Plus. But we have literally been able to sit back the last 6 months and focus on our families and focus on our mental health and physical health because we've worked hard, because we've had a lot of those little end of month hustles where we've sprinted our ass off. So, you know, we don't tell you this because of something just surface level like conference. We say this because we literally feel the changes that getting your ass qualified and staying qualified really comes with. And I think the hardest thing to try and explain to people is that for the first couple of months, you're probably not going to notice. It's probably only going to be $94 extra in your bank because you got yourself qualified, but you've put your foot through the door. You've done the hard parts of working out how it happens. Now you need to go and teach other people how to do that. And the more people that you can teach, the more that residual income builds. And then you're going to get to the stage with Ange and I where you can step back and deal with the crazy shit that life throws you, and you don't have to feel stressed out because the same amount of money lands in your bank every month. And I know, coming from somebody who has lived on the bones of my ass, it's such a nice feeling. It is such a nice feeling to not feel financially stressed. I kind of know, same thing, when I first came into this business, I saw people that were earning money that I thought was ridiculous, right? Because I was literally earning $400 a week. That was my weekly wage around 2 children. So when people were telling me that they were earning, 10, 15 grand a month, that blew my mind open. But, you know, the thing is that it's so freaking possible for you. We've had those feelings. We went through it. You just have to get hungry enough to make it happen. And I don't think there's anything that is more of a push, like I said, than the week before conference, to start to understand the magic, the power of this business that it can create. Then ride that wave into conference, build up your skills, go and find other babies to teach this to, and start to build your own 12 club, 24 club, 50 club legs, and get that money rolling in every month, because it's a really nice feeling to be paid well by contributing. You don't get paid well by hustling your ass off. You get paid well by contributing. And to me, that's something that I think everybody should be down for. So yeah, that's my, see, now I've just blubbered.
We're just a couple of blathers, but no, something you touched on there that really, I can't remember the exact words you used, but something about, you know, you get it done. And I think that one thing that I have heard in the past is people being like, and Stacey, 400, you can totally do that. Like Stacey in the comments, she's done. Girl is qualified. Right,
but it's upfront orders.
Totally. And see, the thing is, it's the verbiage that you guys are using. Like, Stacey, I can do this. Yeah, but even better than that, Stacey, go 400. I'm done. I'm going to get this done. I am qualified. And so many times I'll hear people be like, these are the exact words. I just don't know if I'm going to qualify this month. And I'm like, okay, you're not going to qualify this month. Like, no, and one of my things to say to you guys, if you're going to go to your upline or your mentor and say, I don't know if I'm going to get it done, like, I'm going to try, don't say that. Don't say that. I would rather that you come to us and go, you know what, I'm just not really into it. It's not really a big deal for me. I don't really care. I don't really want the extra money. It doesn't really mean anything to me. It's not the standard I'm setting. I personally would rather hear that than hear someone come up and go, probably not going to qualify. Because when you put that kind of language out there, guys, it's just basically saying it doesn't mean enough to me. And I know for me, when I really get clear on this business, and for everyone I have this conversation with, it totally switches everything. When you get so clear on what this business is and what you want to create, you don't come in with an attitude of, I don't know. You come in with an attitude of, I'm going to do everything I can possibly do to get this done, because you realize in this business it is not about you. At all. It is about, who am I going to help? Who am I going to save? Like, literally save. I don't know about you guys, but I've heard some incredible stories of people who were near homeless, people who were in so much physical pain, and the product saved them. When I was at American Conference, Kat, I don't remember if you remember the NMT speech, this guy basically got his sight back because of the products. He literally got his sight back. He didn't have sight and he got his sight back. I'm like, the fuck? I don't know of any other product, really, where you can say to someone, take this and your body is going to heal itself. Take this and it's going to give your body the fuel to do what it needs to do so that you can heal the way you need to heal. I don't know any business where you can say to a mum of 2 girls who is living off $400 a week, do these things and you're going to become a 6-figure earner in 3 years. I don't know of any other business, guys. And this is where you got to remember that we talk about qualifying, we talk about all these things. Every single little thing you do in your business, whether it's getting one person on berries, whether it's introducing someone to the business who does nothing for their first year and then decides to take it next level the next year, every single thing that you do is making an impact on other people in a positive way, okay? Any negativity that comes out of this business is self-inflicted. Either you're inflicting it on yourself or the person you introduced who decided it's not for them because it's a scam or something. That is self-inflicted negativity. Everything that you do from the heart is positivity, is good, if it's helping people. When you start going like inward focus to I can't, I don't want to, I'm not, I'm this, I'm that, that's when it becomes a negative game. When you start going, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to serve. I'm going to help others. That's when the game totally changes. Like totally changes. I have seen crazy things in this place. And guys, I just want to remind you that it's all about you and it's not about you at all, but it is about the standard that you're setting as well. It's about going, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. So if you're at the moment sitting somewhere, for any of you, if you're this close to a promotion, if you're that far away from getting qualified, what matters right now is the attitude that you're coming in with. What matters right now is what you're saying to yourself and what you're saying to your upline. I've literally this month heard people say, I don't know if I'm going to qualify. And I look at my reports and they're already qualified. And I'm like, what's going on here? Guys, get super duper clear on your numbers is my next tip, okay? Know what's happening. You don't want to be telling yourself you're not going to qualify if you actually are. But I know we've got to go soon because we've both got launches. So Kat, like final thoughts? Should we both just do like a little maybe final action or takeaway, Jerry Springer style final thoughts? I don't know.
Yeah, totally. I honestly just think it's about from here on, guys, just putting one foot in front of the other until we get to that end of month blowover and then riding that wave into conference. You're going to wake up in the morning, life is going to happen. It's going to look hard to do the high paying activities. It's going to be easier to go, oh, it doesn't matter, my dreams, my goals, that masterpiece life, not for me. It's easy to do that, guys, but it's lazy as well. And it's almost like a slap in the face of the person that created you and your existence here on earth. You're here to do something really, really damn cool. So don't play small, especially not now. Now is the time to really run for it. Utilize your upline, like Ange said, utilize your sideline buddies. We're all in this together. We all go through the same things, the same feelings and the same emotions. So get really clear on what you're going to achieve over the next 10 so days and just make it happen. Absolutely. There's no reason why you can't.
Boom. My final tip, everyone, would be create a reward for your daily activities as well. So one thing that I recommend to my girls quite often is your DMO, your 5 high paying, right? You kind of really map them out like, okay, I'm going to, even if it's little, okay, if you're a mom of like 17 kids, you homeschool them and you have 7 work from home businesses or whatever your excuses are, you go, okay, I am going to add 1 friend, I'm going to follow up with 1 person, reach out to 1 person, I'm going to listen to training in the car, I'm going to do this. I'm not allowed to check Instagram, check Facebook notifications, watch Game of Thrones, whatever it is, like pick your poison. I am not allowed to do those things until I've done my high 5. Like for me, that's key. I hate my inbox, like my email inbox, not my Facebook inbox. I never check it. Now I have a rule that I can't scroll social media until my inbox is at 0 again. And I tell you something, just having that restriction on myself of like, you just got to do it. You just got to do it. I get up in the morning and I'm like, I want to see what everyone's doing on social media. So I'm going to check my damn emails. So just figure out something that allows you to really make sure that you're getting what you need to get out of yourself. Make sure that you kind of go, okay, I'm not going to indulge myself in things that aren't going to not just pay you, but aren't going to turn me into the person that I want to be long term. Game of Thrones is over. That's good. So guys, thanks for getting on our Joint Express GG Team Love training. We all got to run to get onto an event, but I'm going to say bye and I'm going to pass it over to Kat to say bye. I really appreciate you all getting on here, and I'm so excited to hug everyone at conference and celebrate everyone that gets something amazing done this month. Do it for you. Do it for the person you become by achieving the things you never thought you could achieve. So bye guys. Here's your fearless leader, Kat.
Bye guys. Thanks so much for jumping on. We need to do it more often, Ange. It's so fun. It's so fun bouncing off so many beautiful women. But yeah, awesome guys. Can't wait to see you. We'll be there celebrating, front row, up the front, celebrating all your walking across the stage. And yeah, honestly, I can't wait. So if you haven't bought your tickets, go and buy them. See you. Enjoy your events. Bye.